Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I made Prehistoric Kingdom into a documentary. I hope you like it and here's what I've got. This animal is called a Triceratops. Triceratops was a member of a massive family called Ceratopsians. Their massive 10 feet or 3 meter head was accounted for 1/3 of their entire body. The horns on its head were most likely used for fighting. Triceratops was discovered in 1887 by George Lyman Cannon. Outer layer of the horns were made from keratin, the same stuff your fingernails are made of. There are two species of Triceratops, Triceratops horridus, the one you are looking at right now, and Triceratops prosus. The difference between the two species of Triceratops is that Triceratops horridus has a longer beak and a shorter nasal horn. A nasal horn is the horn that is above the nose. Triceratops horridus also had orbital horns, the horns that are above the eyes, that face forward. This 11-ton animal would have been 30 feet long or 7 meters and would have been the size of an elephant. The use for the frill of Triceratops is still unknown, but what scientists think it's used for is to find a mate. Triceratops lived in floodplains and near rivers and streams like this one. The animal you are looking at right now is a Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus was a musical animal. Parasaurolophus was most famous for having a unique head ornament that was able to make sounds. This theory was comprised in 1975 by paleontologist Jack Horner. Parasaurolophus was a more famous hadrosaur in the group Hadrosauridae. It was a herbivore. Parasaurolophus was a social dinosaur. They lived in herds, likely to protect each other from larger predators. Although the amount of animals in a whole Parasaurolophus herd is unknown. Parasaurolophus may have been brightly colored. There were 4 species of Parasaurolophus. Parasaurolophus walkeri, the more famous type, Parasaurolophus tubicin, and the shorter crested Parasaurolophus cytochristeus. One of my absolute favorite dinosaurs, a Pachyrhinosaurus. Here is another member of the Ceratopsians. This animal was famous for having no horn. Pachyrhinosaurus was found in Alberta, Canada in 1946. Since then, 3,500 bones of Pachyrhinosaurus have been discovered. Like its cousin Triceratops, Pachyrhinosaurus was a herbivore. There are 3 species of Pachyrhinosaurus. Pachyrhinosaurus leucausti, the most famous, Pachyrhinosaurus paratorum, and the biggest and most hard to pronounce, Pachyrhinosaurus canadensis. You do not know how many takes it took me to say that one word. There are ways to find out which species is which. First, Pachyrhinosaurus leucausti had a little mohawk behind the boss. The boss is the bone bump that Pachyrhinosaurus has. Pachyrhinosaurus canadensis was the biggest of the 3. While on the other end of the spectrum, Pachyrhinosaurus paratorum was the smallest of the 3. Pachyrhinosaurus had a unique frill. Pachyrhinosaurus frill looked heavy, but it wasn't as heavy as you think. It had some holes in it to lighten the load. Finally, the smallest of the 3, Pachyrhinosaurus paratorum, lived in Alaska. It was smaller and an Arctic dinosaur. Finally, the moment that we have all been waiting for. This is Tyrannosaurus rex. Whether you call it T-Rex or Tyrannosaurus rex, you know what we are all talking about. In 2022, there was a controversial study published. It said that there's 3 species of Tyrannosaurus, not including Tyrannosaurus rex. The species are Tyrannosaurus macariensis, Tyrannosaurus imperator, and Tyrannosaurus regina. But no matter what you think, I'm just going to talk about Tyrannosaurus rex so I don't cause any controversy. In 1902, Hell Creek, Montana, a shocking discovery was made by fossil hunter Barnum Brown. That day, the world's first Tyrannosaurus rex was found. Fun facts. Tyrannosaurus was almost called Dynamosaurus. Tyrannosaurus had a maximum bite force of 12,800 pounds, or around 5,805 kilograms. Tyrannosaurus was around 13 feet, or 3.9 meters. Even though this animal was massive, it could still sneak around easily. It's because it had shock-absorbing feet, which means it didn't make those thudding noises from Jurassic Park. Another controversial thing about Tyrannosaurus was that there's this other dinosaur called Nanotyrannus, which might have been a smaller species of T-Rex, but there's still some judgment about that. Even though in Jurassic Park 3, T-Rex died to a Spinosaurus, that might have not even been the case because they didn't even live at the same time. Another cool fact about Tyrannosaurus rex is that no skeleton of a Tyrannosaurus rex has been complete. The most complete Tyrannosaurus rex skeleton found was only 85% complete, which is still good for fossils, as it's really rare to find a complete skeleton of a dinosaur. Sometimes even only a little bit of a dinosaur is found, and they could call it a new species. Paleontologists theorize that T-Rex could have lived around 30 years. Thank you for watching. Prehistoric Kingdom, if you're watching, please add Albertosaurus. It's my favorite dinosaur.